Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, May 13th, 2024. My name is Sam Shalhoub, and it's time for your daily dispatch. So, first off, military.com had an article out at the end of last week, and it said that military personnel swear allegiance to the Constitution, which of course we know, and serve the American people, not one leader or party, which I find very interesting that this would come out now. I mean, we all know this, but the fact that military.com is coming out and stating this in a way where everybody can see it and it's undeniable, well, I think the timing is very interesting and very encouraging as far as I'm concerned. Bitcoin Magazine came out with an article and said that America's largest bank, which is JP Morgan Chase, disclosed their spot Bitcoin ETF holdings in a new SEC filing. So what does that tell you? If you have the big banks, the biggest bank, buying Bitcoin, where do you think that's going to go? It's going to go nowhere but up, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. And my Bitcoin classes are live. If you go to samshalhoub.com, you can schedule an appointment and I'll walk you through the process. But I find it interesting that Bitcoin Magazine is making this very clear to everyone. According to Zero Hedge, the Oscars, the entertainment award ceremony, is facing a liquidity crisis. They're launching a $500 million fundraising drive as viewers flee. Well, not surprising. Nobody wants to watch 90% of the garbage that Hollywood puts out, and now their revenue streams are drying up. According to the Post Millennial, a former California deputy was suspected of working with the Sinaloa cartel and was caught with over 100 pounds of fentanyl. Another major bust in the war that is so prevalent in so many areas. According to Vigilant Fox, 22 state attorney generals have opposed the WHO pandemic treaty, citing threats to sovereignty and civil liberties. Of course, we cannot allow some outside influence from some outside organization to influence what we do here in America. And sure enough, 22 state attorney generals are on the bandwagon. And I'm sure there will be more to come. There was over 124 pounds of cocaine and fentanyl seized in El Paso in 1 week. Another major bust. There's so much happening right now. There are so many dominoes falling, and so many wins that we're getting. It's almost hard to keep track of it, but I'm doing my best, and I'll certainly continue to keep an eye on it. According to Zero Hedge, Nebraska ended their income taxes on gold and silver and declared central bank digital currencies are not lawful money. Now, this is not only Nebraska, but Utah, Wisconsin, and Kentucky. And then we know what's going on in Texas with their gold-backed state banks. I mean, there's just so many people standing up and saying we've had enough that, boy, it sure is encouraging, at least from my perspective. And then there was an article that came out over the weekend, and it was Bill Maher. And he was talking about his Stormy Daniels interview back in 2018. And apparently, in that interview back in 2018, the porn star in which she laughed off suggestions that she was coerced into having sex during the alleged hookup 12 years earlier. So she's blowing her own case. I mean, when she was on the stand last week, from what I understand, it was a total, it was just a bad deal for them, a good deal for us. And with the kind of audience that Bill Maher has, I'm glad to see that he's pushing that out there as well. And then finally today, Idaho has banned pronouns in all schools starting July 1st. Once again, Idaho coming through with sanity. It's just wonderful. There's so many good things happening. It's hard to keep up, as I said, but I'll continue to do my best. So please support this channel. Go to mypillow.com, enter in the discount code SAM, and get up to 80% off of all of your purchases. And in the meantime, I hope that you have a great week, and we'll talk again soon.